Every morning, your mind is at its weakest, not physically, but mentally. Before the noise of the world begins, before the distractions, before the conversations, there's a quiet moment where your thoughts decide what kind of day you're about to live. Most people waste that moment. They reach for their phone. They scroll. They react. They let other people's opinions, problems, and chaos enter their mind before they've even taken control of it. And from that point on, they're no longer leading their day. They're following it. I used to live like that, waking up already overwhelmed, already distracted, already behind, without even knowing why, until I realized something simple. If you don't train your mind in the morning, the world will train it for you. And it won't train it to be strong. Hello everyone, welcome to the Mind Awakening channel. In this video, I'm going to give you 10 Stoic rules to discipline your mind every single morning. Not to make you feel good, but to make you harder to break, harder to distract, and impossible to control. Now, let's get started. Rules number 1. Own your mind before the world does. The first few minutes after you wake up are not neutral. They are decisive. Most people don't realize this. They grab their phone, check notifications, scroll through other people's lives, and without noticing, they surrender control. Their mind is no longer theirs. It's reacting, comparing, absorbing noise. I used to start my mornings like that, and the rest of my day scattered, reactive, unfocused. Stoicism teaches something different. Before you let anything in, you take control. Sit in silence. No phone, no input, just your thoughts. Ask yourself, what matters today? That simple question creates direction, because if you don't decide how your mind begins, the world will decide it for you. And once that happens, you spend the rest of the day trying to catch up. Rules number 2. Accept the day as it is, not as you wish it to be. Most frustration doesn't come from reality. It comes from resistance. You expect things to go smoothly, people to act a certain way, situations to unfold in your favor. And when they don't, you lose balance. I've felt that many times. Small things ruining my entire mood, not because they were big, but because I didn't accept them. Stoicism begins your morning with a different mindset. Expect difficulty, expect delays, expect imperfection, not in a negative way, but in a prepared way. Because when you accept that things won't go exactly as planned, you stop reacting emotionally when they don't. You stay steady, and that stability becomes your advantage. The day doesn't control you anymore. You move through it without being shaken. Rules number 3. Do the hard thing first. There's always something you're avoiding. Something important, but uncomfortable, and the longer you delay it, the heavier it feels. I used to push those tasks later into the day, telling myself I'd do them when I felt more ready. But that moment rarely came, and even when it did, my energy was already gone. Stoicism teaches you to reverse that pattern. Face the hardest thing first. Not after coffee, not after checking your phone, first. Because that's when your willpower is strongest. And once it's done, everything else feels lighter, more manageable. It builds momentum. More importantly, it builds self-respect. Because every time you stop avoiding what matters, you prove to yourself that you're in control, and that feeling changes how you carry yourself for the rest of the day. Before we continue, let me ask you something simple. What is the first thing you usually do after you wake up? Be honest with yourself, and if you feel comfortable, share your answer down in the comments. Your routine might help someone else realize what they need to change. If this kind of content is giving you clarity, consider subscribing to the channel. Your support keeps this going and gives me the motivation to keep creating content that actually makes a difference. And now, let's continue. Rules number 4. Guard your attention. It is your most valuable asset. Your mind doesn't get drained by work. It gets drained by distraction. Notifications, messages, random thoughts, they fragment your attention before your day even begins. I used to underestimate this. I thought I just needed more discipline, but the real problem was I was letting too many things compete for my focus. Stoicism teaches you to protect your attention like it's something valuable, because it is. The way you spend your attention is the way you spend your life. So in the morning, be intentional. Don't let noise in too early. No unnecessary input, no mindless scrolling, just clarity. Because once your attention is scattered, everything becomes harder. But when it's focused, even difficult things become manageable. Rules number 5. Train your thoughts, not just your actions. Most people try to control their behavior without ever questioning their thinking. But your actions are just the result of your thoughts. If your thinking is weak, negative, or undisciplined, your actions will follow. I learned this slowly. I tried to change habits, routines, even environments, but nothing lasted. Because internally, I was still the same. Stoicism starts deeper. It forces you to observe your thoughts, to challenge them, to ask, is this helping me or limiting me? Every morning is a chance to reset that. Replace doubt with clarity. Replace fear with intention. Because when your thinking becomes stronger, your actions no longer need to be forced. They become natural. Rules number 6. Don't rush. Move with control. There's a subtle pressure most people feel in the morning, like they're already behind. So they rush through their thoughts, their actions, their decisions. And in that rush, they lose control. I used to live like that, always moving fast, but rarely moving with purpose. Stoicism teaches the opposite. Slow down your mind, even if your day is busy. Because speed without control leads to mistakes. And mistakes cost more time than patience ever will. When you move with awareness, you think clearer, you decide better, you act with precision. So don't confuse urgency with importance. Not everything needs to be rushed. Start your morning with control, and that control will follow you throughout the entire day. Rules number 7. Remind yourself, nothing is permanent. Every morning, you wake up thinking today will be just another day. But Stoicism teaches you to see it differently. Everything you have, your time, your energy, even the people around you, is temporary. I didn't always think like this. I assumed there would always be more time, more chances, more later. But that illusion makes you careless. When you truly understand that nothing is guaranteed, you start to move differently. You waste less time. You speak more carefully. You act with more intention. This isn't about fear. It's about clarity. Because when you remember that things can end, you stop taking them for granted. And that awareness gives weight to every decision you make. Rules number 8. Detach from emotions. Observe them. Emotions are powerful, but they are also unstable. If you let them lead your morning, they will lead your entire day. I used to wake up already influenced by how I felt, tired, unmotivated, frustrated. And without noticing, I let those emotions dictate my actions. Stoicism teaches a different approach. You are not your emotions. You observe them. You acknowledge them, but you don't obey them. Just because you feel something doesn't mean you need to act on it. That small separation creates control. It gives you space to choose your response instead of reacting automatically. And once you learn that, your mood no longer controls your direction. Rules number 9. Speak less, think more. Mornings don't need noise. But most people fill them anyway, talking, reacting, expressing things they haven't even fully thought through. I used to do the same. I felt the need to respond, to engage, to be active from the moment I woke up. But all it did was scatter my thinking. Stoicism teaches restraint, not silence for the sake of silence, but silence for clarity. When you speak less, you give your thoughts time to form properly. You understand things deeper. You respond with intention instead of impulse. And that changes everything, because the way you think in the morning sets the tone for how you act for the rest of the day. Rules number 10. Start the day with purpose, not reaction. Most people don't start their day. They react to it. Notifications, messages, responsibilities, they pull you in different directions before you've even decided what matters. I used to live like that, always busy, but rarely in control. Stoicism teaches you to reverse that. Before anything else, define your purpose for the day. Not 10 things, not a long list, just one clear direction. What actually matters today? What, if done well, would make the day meaningful? That clarity becomes your anchor, because when you know your purpose, distractions lose their power. You stop reacting and start leading. And that shift is what separates a scattered day from a focused one. Conclusion. In the end, your mornings are not just a routine. They are a reflection of who you are becoming. Most people treat mornings casually. They wake up, react, scroll, rush, and then wonder why their life feels out of control. But the truth is simple. If you lose the first hour of your day, you slowly lose control of your life. That's the deeper lesson here. Discipline is not built in big moments. It's built in quiet ones, when no one is watching. The way you think, what you allow into your mind, what you choose to focus on, these small decisions shape everything. So start applying this tomorrow morning. Not all 10 rules, just 1 or 2. Sit in silence. Take control of your thoughts. Do the hard thing first. Move with intention. Because over time, these small actions create something powerful, a mind that is no longer easily shaken. And when your mind becomes strong, your life follows. If this message resonates with you, consider subscribing to the channel. Your support keeps this going and allows me to keep creating content that actually matters. Thank you for taking the time to watch until the end of the video. See you in the next videos.